Imagine launching a spacecraft knowing it could vaporize before it even gets there. Temperatures hot enough to melt solid metal, radiation so intense it scrambles electronics like eggs, and gravity so powerful it literally bends time itself. And yet, NASA did it. The Parker Solar Probe isn't just flying close to the sun, it's touching it. But here's the intense part, it shouldn't have survived. So how did engineers build a spacecraft that can dive into a hellish inferno and still beam back priceless data? In this video, we are diving into the impossible engineering, the deadliest forces in the solar system, and the mind-blowing discoveries that make this one of the humanity's boldest space missions ever. Stick around because what you learn by the end will forever change how you see the sun. Before we even talk about reaching the sun, we need to understand just how unbelievably hostile it really is. At its core, over 15 million degrees Celsius. But here is where things get truly strange. Even the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, can reach over 1.3 million degrees. And here's where the things get weird. The corona is hotter than its surface. How is it impossible? This defies intuition and physics. To this day, scientists still don't fully understand it. It remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in all of astrophysics. But one thing is crystal clear. Any probe that dares to get near the sun is entering a zone of death. So what exactly makes the sun so lethal to our technology? Let's break it down. It has an extreme heat. You can't just slap a heat shield on and hope for the best. Second, it has high energy radiation, capable of frying unprotected circuitry in seconds. Third, it has solar winds, a hurricane of charged particles moving at over 1 million miles per hour. And fourth, it has gravitational pull so intense, it sucks in anything nearby like a black hole's little cousin. Now imagine designing a spacecraft that can survive all of that and still send back data from the edge of a star. Now the question is, how do you build a machine to survive what basically a nuclear apocalypse in space? Now let's break it down what makes Parker Solar Probe a modern miracle. Now the first thing is heat shield, a thermal protection system. An 11.4 centimeter thick carbon-carbon composite barrier. The side facing the sun hits nearly 1400 degrees Celsius, while the instruments behind it stay at a cool, safe at 30 degrees Celsius. And it has a self-shadowing design. The probe must maintain perfect alignment at all times, even a 1 degree tilt, of course, instant system meltdown. And Parker Solar Probe has also got water-cooled solar panels. Yes, solar panels that are cooled by water, otherwise they would be overheat and vaporize mid-session. And it has autonomous navigation. Because of the massive communication delay, the probe can't wait for Earth-based commands. It has to think of itself, realigning its orientation over 100 times faster than a blink of an eye. And one misalignment and it would be a total destruction. What we have created here is a heat-proof, AI-powered robot suffering from a rim of a star. You'd think flying to the sun would be easy, right? Just aim and fire. In fact, getting to the sun is one of the hardest things we have ever done in space. Why? Because of the orbital mechanics. Earth is orbiting the sun at 107,000 kilometers per hour. To fall into the sun, you have to cancel all of that speed. That's like trying to jump off a moving bullet train while handling on a target in a volcano. And most people think space travel is about distance, but in space, it's all about velocity. Losing speed is a real challenge. So how did NASA do it? By using Venus, Parker's flight path includes 7 flybys of Venus, even one using the planet's gravity to slow it down. Each flyby tightens its orbit, spiraling Parker closer and closer to the sun. Now here's the real twist. The Parker Solar Probe isn't just surviving, it's thriving. And it's already sending back paradigm-shifting discoveries. It revealed that the solar wind is far more chaotic than we ever imagined. It discovered magnetic switchbacks, sharp zigzag patterns in the sun's magnetic field that nobody saw coming. These aren't just academic insights, they help us predict and survive solar storms, the kind that can knock out satellites, disrupt GPS systems, and even cripple power grids on Earth. And the closer Parker gets, the more it learns, and it's just getting started. So what's next? Could we build a probe that goes even closer? One that doesn't just touch the sun, but actually samples its corona directly? Believe it or not, plans are already underway. Space agencies like ESA and JXA and even private companies are exploring wild new ideas. Solar sailing probes powered by sun's own radiation, quantum materials, they might survive temperatures one thought impossible, AI that can react to solar threats faster than any human could ever. Now the question is, will we one day send machines into the sun itself or even bring back solar matter? We are entering an era where science fiction is catching up to science fact. The Parker Solar Probe has already rewritten our understanding of the sun, but it's also revealed something far more profound. This same deadly star made Earth possible. It shaped our oceans, fueled our atmosphere, and somehow sparked life itself. But that raises a one haunting question. If it takes $1 billion robot to touch the sun, how did the sun create life from 150 million kilometers away without ever touching us? Click now to watch how the sun made life on Earth possible. What you'll discover next will shatter everything you thought you knew about the Earth and the sun and the miracle that made you alive. And I'll meet you in the next video.